Preheat your oven to 220 degrees Celsius. Separate the white and yolks of the eggs. Blanch the yolks with 100 grams sugar. Add in the sifted flour and cocoa powder. You can also add a little water if the dough is too dry. Add half of the egg whites with a spatula strong enough to mix the dough. Delicately add the other half, making downward circular movements with the spatula to keep your sponge cake light. Spread the sponge cake on a baking sheet covered in buttered cooking paper. Cook it for 8 minutes at 220 degrees Celsius. It must not be overcooked, as it has to remain soft. As soon as the cake is out of the oven, cover it with a clean, wet rag to give it the proper shape. Do this delicately to avoid breaking the cake. Preparation of the chocolate whipped cream. Soften 2 gelatin sheets in cold water. Put a bowl and whisk in the freezer. Cut the 200 grams of chocolate into pieces and put them in a container. Boil 150 grams of cream. And pour over the chocolate. Mix it patiently until the chocolate is fully melted. Your preparation should be smooth and shiny. Add in the gelatin, which should melt in the still hot chocolate. If it doesn't, heat the chocolate up a little more. Put the cool cream in the freezer-cooled bowl and whisk until you get whipped cream. This may take a few minutes. Add the whipped cream to the lukewarm chocolate. It should have cooled down a little by now. Place in the fridge for 20 minutes. Soak the sponge cake in an orange syrup made by mixing a little orange juice boiled with sugar. Spread the chocolate whipped cream evenly onto the sponge cake. If there's too much cream, you can use it for decoration or put it in a ramekin and eat it like a gourmet chocolate mousse. Sprinkle on as many orange cubes as you'd like, but be careful not to overwhelm the chocolate flavor by adding too much orange. Roll the log delicately and tightly. Let set in the fridge for 2 hours. Spread 80 grams of melted chocolate evenly on a sheet of wax paper using a spatula and leave it for a few minutes in the fridge until it hardens. Prepare a chocolate icing. Put the chocolate pieces in a saucepan. Cover with cream and cook at low heat. Turn off the heat when the chocolate is melted. Add the butter and mix well. Your icing is done. You can use it when it's hot or keep it in the fridge and heat it up when needed. Place the log on a cooling rack. Place a plate underneath to catch extra icing. Cover the entire log with icing, starting at the center and moving to the edges. Cut the chocolate leaf in pieces of various sizes to create the bark. Place them on the liquid icing. You can also add a little powdered sugar. Let set in the fridge for an hour before serving.